In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at three examples of solving systems of two linear equations by graphing. So the first one here, y equals negative x plus 1 and y equals x minus 5, both the equations are in y equals mx plus b form, so that's probably the most convenient way to graph them. So let's start with the y equals negative x plus 1, 1. So there's a negative 1 right here, so that's the slope, and this one in the end would be the y-intercept, so b would equal 1. Now if the slope happens to be an integer, remember that there's a denominator of 1 there. So negative 1 is the same as negative 1 over 1. So the y-intercept is 1, so on the y-axis we'll put a dot right here. And so if the slope is negative 1 over 1, so we would come, the negative 1 means we go down 1, and then the 1 and the denominator means we go to the right 1. So there's a point, down 1 to the right 1 would be another point, and we can draw our line. Make sure you label your lines so you know which one's which. So that's y equals negative x plus 1. So now for the y equals x minus 5 equation. So there's a 1 here, so the slope would be 1, and once again 1 is the same as 1 over 1. And the y-intercept would be the negative 5 here. So at negative 5 on the y-axis we'll put a dot. And if the slope is 1 over 1, that means now they're both positive, so we go up 1 and to the right 1. That 1 there is the up 1, the 1 in the denominator is the run, so we go to the right 1. So there'll be a point here, up 1 over 1, point there, we can draw our line. And let's label it there, that's y equals x minus 5. Now the solution to a system of equations is where the lines have common points. Now for two lines there's only one common point, it's where they cross. So this point right here at 3, negative 2 is the point they have in common. That's the point they share. It's the only point that's on both of the lines. Now, so that's one way to state your solution. The other thing is you could say the x equals 3 and y equals negative 2. That's another way to state the solution for a system of equations, what the variables are equal to. Number 2, y equals x minus 8, and the second one is y equals negative a half x plus 1. So let's start with the y equals x minus 8 equation, and these are both in y equals mx plus b form, so we'll use the slope and the y-intercept. Coefficient of 1 here, so slope would be 1 or 1 over 1, and the y-intercept would be the negative 8 here. So we'll put a dot down here at negative 8, that's where we'll start, and if the slope is 1 over 1, so we go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and we can draw our line. So that's y equals x minus 8. For the second one, y equals negative a half x plus 1. Negative a half would be the slope, and positive 1 would be the y-intercept. So we're going to start here with putting a dot here at 1. Now, negative a half, there's two ways to look at that. You could write that as either negative 1 in the numerator over 2, or you could instead put the negative in the denominator with the 2. They both can be used to generate points. Now this is the more common way to do it probably. So we plotted the 1 here, the y-intercept. So this would mean go down 1 and to the right 2. The 2 is positive, so we go to the right 2. Only one of these numbers is negative. Just because the fraction is negative doesn't mean they both are. If they were both negative, negative 1 over negative 2 would actually be a positive slope. So only one of them is negative. So down 1 to the right 2 would be this point. Down 1 to the right 2 would be this point. Now, if we wanted to use this one, we could instead, let's say, start here. And the 1 on top would mean we go up 1. And the negative 2 would mean we would go to the left 1. So that would be another point. And of course, you could keep going up. There'd be more points up here if you want to extend the line more. So that's y equals negative a half x plus 1. And the point they share is this point right here. That would be the point 6, negative 2. That's their intersection point, or again, you could say x equals 6, y equals negative 2. Last example, C here. Both lines are given in standard form, so I'm going to rearrange them both into y equals mx plus b form. So let's start with the top one first here. And the goal here, we want to solve for y. So the first thing you want to do is solve or isolate for the y term. So I'm going to get the 2y alone, so I don't want an x on the left, I don't want that negative 11 on the left. So first of all, let's get rid of the x. The x is added to the 2y and negative 11. So the opposite of adding x would be to take away x. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. And the point of that is so that, see, x minus x is nothing, so that's gone. So we now just have this 2y minus 11 equals, and this would be negative x on the right side. Now I want to isolate the y term, so I'll get rid of this subtracting 11. The opposite of subtracting 11 is to add 11. So I'm going to add 11 to both sides, and this adds to 0. So now I just have the 2y on the left. So 2y would equal negative x plus 11. And so I have isolated the 2y term. Now I want to isolate y. I want to get rid of the 2. So what I'm going to do is the 2 is multiplied by the y, so I'm going to divide everything by 2. All of these three terms by 2, both sides by 2. So the point of that is so that we say that this 2 in the bottom divides into the 2 on top, and what that means is that 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this is now a 1y on the left. Now there's this negative x same as negative 1x, so the slope would be negative 1 over 2, and then we write the x after it, so that's the slope here, the negative 1/2. And 11 doesn't divide evenly by 2, so I'm just going to leave it as 11/2 in the equation here. So negative 1/2 is the slope, and the y-intercept is this, the 11/2, or about 5, well, I shouldn't say about, it's exactly 5.5. So now let's graph this. So 5.5 would be right here, halfway between 5 and 6. And the slope is negative 1/2. So we can write that as either negative 1 over 2, or if you want, again, you could put the negative in the denominator and write it like that. They both can be used to find extra points. So I'm going to use the negative 1 over 2 one. So there's the y-intercept we plotted. So we will go down 1 to the right 2. So you're, remember, halfway between here. Down 1 to the right 2. So we put a dot right there. And we can draw a line through them. This one here would mean you go up 1 to the left 2. So up 1 to the left 2 would be that point right there. And that's kind of off the graph, so I wouldn't bother to use that one in this case. So let's graph the second one here, the 3x, oh, put my equation here, the 3x minus y minus 5, 1 equals 0. So I want to isolate the negative y term. So let's get rid of the 3x and the negative 5. We want only y on the left. So the 3x is added to the negative y and minus 5. So I will take 3x away from both sides. And of course the point of that is so that these subtract to 0. So now what we have on the left is negative y minus 5, and 0 minus 3x would be negative 3x. Now, I want to get rid of the negative 5 because I want just the y left and trying to isolate for y. So the 5 is being subtracted from the negative y, so I would add 5 to both sides, and just like several times previous, those add to 0. So I have just a negative y on the left and would equal negative 3x plus 5. Now I've solved for negative y. I want to have just a y here, so I want to get rid of that negative. Negative y is the same as negative 1y, so I can isolate for y by dividing everything by negative 1. And one last time here, I think, that negative 1, now there's really a negative 1 here, divides into that negative 1, leaving just the y on the left. And negative 3x divided by negative 1 is positive 3x. Negative 3 divided by negative 1 is 3. 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5. So that's the equation y equals mx plus b form. 3 would be the slope. Negative 5 is the y-intercept. Once again, we have an integer slope. So 3 is the same as 3 over 1. So negative 5 is the y-intercept. So we'll put a dot here at negative 5. That's where we'll start our graph. And the slope is 3 over 1. So rise is 3, run is 1. So from here, 1, 2, 3, up to the right 1. 1, 2, 3, up to the right 1. And we can draw our line. And so let's put the equation on it. So there's the point where the two lines cross. So that would be at 3, 4. So 3, 4 would be the solution, or we can say x is 3, y is 4. Now I just want to point out that you can check these. Now we could do an algebraic check. We could substitute these 3 and 4, x is 3, y is 4 in place of y, into the equations. Another way to check these is to use Desmos or any other graphing utility. So I'm going to graph these, and I could actually graph the original or the solve for y1. So let's do the original because that's a better check. So I'm going to type in x plus 2y minus 11 equals 0. And see, that does look a lot like that one. See, it's going through 5.5 there. And then the second one would be this 3x minus y1. So 3x minus y minus 5 equals 0. And see, there's the 3, 4 point on both of the graphs. Could also check previous ones too. If we go back here, I guess I could have done this when just go back to the other page. So for example, the number 2 one here, let's get rid of these. Y equals x minus 8. And now for this one, if you do -1 and do the division sign 2, it turns into a fraction. I just use my arrow to move over here beside it, and I can type my x and then plus 1. And you see, remember my solution here was 5, -2. So here's the point, 6, -2. Here's the point 6, -2. I guess there is 6, -2. And of course, I guess we could go right back to the very first one too. So 3, -2 is supposed to be the solution for this one. So let's get rid of both of these. And y equals -x plus 1. And y equals x minus 5. And there's our intersection point, 3, -2. And 3, -2 was our intersection point. So you can check them using Desmos by just graphing the two equations. And that's the end of the tutorial.